Warning, this video is intended for audience who are 13 or older. If you are not 13 or older, please fuck off and tell your parents to moderate what you watch online. William, hey.
Yeah.
William, hey, before we get started, hey, it's time for the pre-episode of Zinger code open that we do, right?
Oh, we still have those?
Before it leads into the main episode. So as you know, this is an unnamed tokusatsu podcast series, right?
Yeah. Oh, wait, are we naming
Right.
it? Is that what you're telling me?
No. We're still not naming this thing, all right? The name of the series is that it has no name, right? We're like Clint Eastwood, right? Right?
Okay, yeah, the man
Yeah.
with no name, yeah, alright.
Yeah, that's right. So as an unnamed tokusatsu podcast series, right? Whatever we talk about is not related to what we're talking about. We have at any point never said that this was a Super Sentai focused podcast series, We just happen to talk about Super Sentai every week in this unnamed tokusatsu podcast series, right?
Uh-huh.
Me and Tariq just happens to be talking about Kamen Rider every week, but we never said it was a Kamen Rider podcast, We just start talking about stuff, and then somehow Kamen Rider gets mixed into the discussions, right?
Okay, yeah, alright.
Right, and as an unnamed tokusatsu podcaster, we cover all types of tokusatsu, right? Not just Kamen Rider or Sentai, Because as you know, tokusatsu translates to special effects, and at that point, literally anything that uses even the smallest bit of CG is considered tokusatsu, right? Regardless of the country of origin, alright?
Okay, alright.
Right? So basically what I'm trying to say is, hey, shut the fuck up about me talking about the Flash spoiler for 15 minutes last week, alright? Apparently someone did not like that I spoiled the Flash last week.
Oh my, maybe they should have just watched it or something, I don't know.
Yeah, right? Hey, yeah, no one told you to listen to a podcast on Saturday when you could have spent that opening weekend going to see the fucking disaster of that Flash movie. That movie was not good. I say, the fact that I spoiled it for you saved you, fuck, how much? $15 for a movie ticket?
I think it's like,
right?
yeah, about $15, yeah.
Yeah, $15 for a movie ticket. $12 for a popcorn and soda. Hey, I saved you $30. You should be paying me $30 now, alright? Hey, don't get fucking mad about the Flash movie, right? That movie was not good whatsoever. That movie was fucking dog shit, alright?
Oh my god, that's... I can't believe... Hold on, is this in the comments? Is this
No,
in...
I got rid of it. I got really pissed me off.
I wanted to read it. Did you screenshot it?
Oh.
Please tell me.
I don't think I have to screenshot it. I think
Oh
I
my god, how dare you! I want that screenshot for posterity, and I would have hung it up on my wall.
It was real fucking bad. I got real mad at that shit. Like some guy, I just got mad at the fact that I spent 15 minutes talking about the Flash spoiler. You really got someone like, oh, I'm sorry if I ruined the fact that they CGI 3 dead actors back into the movie with uncanny CGI deepfakes that look so fucking bad, right? I'm sorry that I spoiled Nicolas Cage's Superman for you.
Oh
right?
my
That's
god,
the thing.
dude.
That's the problem with Nicolas Cage. Hey, off-beat tangent about this tangent, alright?
Okay, yeah, alright.
Right? Hey, nobody knows who the fuck Nicolas Cage's Superman is if you do not follow, like, movie production history, right? Because
Yeah.
you know the story about Nicolas Cage's Superman.
No,
right?
yeah, I'm aware. It was like a Tim Burton thing, right? If I
Yeah,
remember
right,
correctly.
but it got canceled because Tim Burton kept making bad movies, right?
Yeah, he had a time. He had a time with
So
those.
like, unless you actually know about the production history of I think it was Superman Lives, right? I think that was the
Yeah, I
name
think
of
it was
the-
Superman Lives, yeah.
Yeah, right. Like if you actually knew about the actual production history about that, like you're not gonna be no general like everyday right. Okay, I'm not trying to gatekeep all of a sudden. Right?
It's not a matter of gatekeeping,
I'm
it's more like they don't have knowledge of the gate to begin with, so...
Right, yeah, right. It's not like the average movie-going audience who's gonna go see a movie is not gonna understand why the fuck Nicolas Cage is appearing as a deep fake. Also, they use the old Nicolas Cage, not old age Nicolas Cage. They use Nicolas Cage as how he looked like in the 90s with the long hair and everything too, right? It's not that they use like current Nicolas Cage where he has like the beard and like the short hair, right? Like
Right,
the
right,
cool
yeah.
Nicolas Cage, right? You know, the Nicolas Cage that you see that's like in Dead by Daylight or whatever the fuck
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
coming out, right? Yeah, like the Nicolas Cage that people actually, I guess, recognize right now, right? But like no one's gonna know who the fuck in the Flash, right? When they do when during the whole stupid Speed Force sequence, when they show Nicolas Cage, like no one's gonna fucking understand that shit, right? Like you, right? It's like such like a stupid piece of movie historical trivia, right? That you're not gonna understand,
Yeah,
right?
I mean, it's like it's
Right,
just
it's not like an MCU thing, like, oh man, who the fuck is Moon Knight, right?
oh,
You know,
yeah.
right? Because at least they set up Moon Knight. No one has ever fucking seen Nicolas Cage as Superman before,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, because I mean,
Yeah.
how could anybody have actually like
Right, yeah, because the
seriously?
movie never came out, so don't get fucking mad about the fact when I said about, oh yeah, hey, check it out, hey, Nicolas Cage appears as Superman, fucking insane in that movie. Hey, by the way, I just want to keep saying, by the way, hey, I still hate The Flash. The Flash was such a terrible, god-awful movie, by the
Yeah,
way.
so I hear, so I hear.
Yeah,
Well, I
boy,
mean,
hey, it's
because
really bad, right? Because by the end of the movie, the entire movie is irrelevant. Makes it, the movie makes itself irrelevant by the end of the
well, I
movie,
mean, from what I'm
right?
hearing, it's just a soft reboot, just because they're
Yeah,
resetting
yeah,
everything
because the
anyway.
reboots the entire DCEU, right?
Yeah,
Or
so
DC
like,
to the DC or whatever the fuck they're calling that shit,
I
right?
mean, if
Yeah, so
anything,
everything in that movie that happens is just fucking irrelevant,
yeah, because by that
right?
point it's just gonna be like, well, you don't need to see, you just need to know Flashpoint was there to reset it, and then after everything
Yeah.
afterwards, I guess will be considered
Yeah,
official
hey, look,
canon by
yeah,
that
yeah,
point.
hey, at least people won't be confused when George Clooney shows up as Batman again,
Dude, no, no,
What do you mean? Everybody
no.
loves George Clooney's Batman. Hey, that was the near title of last week's episode, by the way. I just want to point that out.
Wait, it was.
Yeah, that's what I named last week's episode. That's when that guy got mad when he realized that right? Because that's the thing, right? I've always stated, right? We do not clickbait, right? I would never clickbait the audience into watching our videos, right? Whenever I put a title of a video, I don't make up some irrational clickbait headline, right? Right?
uh,
Every title in every one of our podcasts, right? In our unnamed genre podcast series, right?
yes, a
Is
genre
is
podcast. Okay.
right? It's an actual quote taken from the video, so that way it cannot be taken out of context or used as clickbait, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Right? So when I say that the problem is that we weren't drinking enough, right? That was an actual discussion we had within the episode, right?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, yeah. No, I mean that's fair. That's accurate. Yeah. I mean we
Right?
do say
Or
some
something
wacky
like
things.
something like I don't know, or why Ba Sing Se never had any criminal uprising, That was a true thing we said in the episode. It wasn't some made up fact. It wasn't some fact I made up, right?
Yeah, 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 for sure, for sure.
Right, like all the titles within our podcast series are true, are non-clickbait truths. All right.
Yeah, it's not like the shit that we say is, somewhat clickbaity or anything.
No, no, everything we say is true. All right. Nicolas Cage does appear as Superman in the Flash, and I fucking hate it. The third act of the Flash is actually such a garbage. It's like the worst third act I've ever seen in a movie.
So
Holy
like
shit.
so basically it's a good movie until the last third act.
Oh
Yeah.
yes, that's what we're saying. Look, it actually makes you ignore the fact that Ezra Miller kidnapped people and assaulted people in Hawaii. Right?
Honestly, people shouldn't really care about it being spoiled, considering the issue of Ezra Miller to begin with, anyway. So like,
Yeah, that's right. Hey, I'll ruin anything for Ezra Miller. Right?
glad to know. I'm glad to know that.
That's right.
Honestly.
I will stop Ezra Miller. Right? It was me, William. I
It
was the
you.
one.
Wait, no. Finish that sentence. What were you the one to do? What were you the one to do?
I was the one that. Hold on, I don't want to say because then it can sound like incriminating evidence, Okay. I was the one that was also at that hotel, right? Where the woman thought that Ezra Miller broke into her hotel room, and went through her stuff, right? I was the one at that hotel too. I never said I was the one that broke into
Okay,
the hotel
okay,
room
good. You're
and
clearing
dated
yourself. You're
Ezra
clearing
Miller.
yourself. That's good. That's
I
good.
just said I was the one at the hotel. That's it,
Okay,
right?
good. You've made it clear. Now there's no reason to tie yourself to the scene of the crime, Masa.
That's right. That's right. Look, I was also the one, right? With those bullet casing that the 1-year-old had, right? I had the same bullet casing. I didn't have the same bullet casing the 1-year-old kid that Ezra Miller gave the gun to was owning. I just also was the one that owned the same brand of bullet casing that 1-year-old child was playing around with,
Oh my god, dude.
Right?
Okay.
I was the one that decided it was a good idea to put a 10-year-old literal child in charge of the justice system across the country in our weekly unnamed
Oh my god, I was waiting for that.
a
Oh my
person
god.
who tries to retcon the multiverse and to refer my friend William. That's you, William. A person who loves George Clooney.
No,
We discussed
well,
the
you mean,
latest
not in
Super Sentai
Batman, but
season. Ohsama Sentai King-Ohger. Hey, this is episode 16. The 10-year-old Chief Justice. Man, I bet you're wondering where I was going with that, weren't you?
I really was for a second there. I'm not gonna lie, because I was waiting to hear what the transition was like. This sounds like a transition, but then it didn't sound like a transition for a hot second. But then it did finally. So glad to know my faith won out in the end, I guess.
Holy shit.
Jeez. Okay, how long was that? Oh my god. Okay, yeah, 10 minutes. That's pretty
11 minutes. 11 today. That's good. All right. Hey, look, and the best part is no spoiler for the Flash because the Flash has been out for
Well,
2 weeks.
That has already been spoilered, so I guess it's kind of a non-issue by that point, really.
Yeah, right. Or like 2 weeks or the fuck of now since the Flash came out,
Oh, was it 2 weeks?
Right. I don't know when the fuck did the Flash came out.
It came out. It came out. That's how I'm gonna say it. It came out at some point.
Yeah, it's been exactly by the time of this recording a literal week since the movie came out. Right?
Oh,
so
yeah.
it's okay
so,
for us to
more than enough time.
Spoiler territory off the tables now. You can spoil the fuck out of this movie now, right? Just like how Ezra did not let that baby get spoiled as he cooked it,
Oh, okay. Well, hold on. I don't know about cooking there.
Oh man, that's right. You haven't seen The Flash, man. That meme is real fucking funny on social media right now.
Oh, okay. All right.
So there's a sequence in the movie where Ezra Miller saves a baby, right, by putting it into a microwave, right? Right?
Uh-huh.
Right, but people are taking that scene out of context, and no one is like posting that context. They're just posting the scene where Ezra Miller puts a baby into a microwave. It's like, oh wait, I'm really glad. I'm really glad if I put the Flash baby micro. It is a top result. Holy shit.
No. It's like I haven't even heard of this. I haven't been even looking at today like the current memes or whatever the fuck. What the fuck?
Oh man, it's really great because people are reversing the clip too, which makes it fucking better. So this scene is reversed, right?
Uh-huh.
This entire clip. So in the original, he takes the baby out of the microwave, right? But they reversed the clip, so it looks like Ezra Miller is putting the baby in a microwave.
I can't stop laughing at this.
It's such a funny ass fucking clip.
Oh my god! I can't. That's actually really good.
Like, that's what I'm saying. But hey, wait, that's what I'm saying. The opening act, the first 2 acts of the movie, cinematic history, right?
Oh, yeah.
And then the third act ruined it,
Oh, that's a shame. Honestly, after seeing this, it's a shame.
It's such a funny ass clip.
Jesus. Anyway, we should get back into talking about this.
Yeah. Hey, look, it's a reader focused episode, Hey, this episode opens up with literal fucking boy. Hey, so I don't know how Japanese advertising work for children, right? If right, because you know how we have the FCC that says, hey, you can't advertise to children, or I guess that's no longer relevant because cable television it's now a thing. So, and I think the FCC only ever applied to public broadcast standard television, right?
Right.
But man, boy, this is like the most adverb I've ever fucking seen in an Like this episode literally opens up with an actual advert,
Yeah, like with the fucking actual like what do you call it? Mini muffin?
Yeah, Mofin or just Mofin in general, right?
Yeah, yeah. Actually, no. We'll check Premium Bandai later. I'm not gonna do it now. We'll
Oh
save it for
yeah,
the end of it. But yeah, they just
yeah.
literally just say, "Hey, get this toy now. It's available."
Yeah, get this stupid go get this stupid Mofin plush right now, right?
Yeah, and it's just basically Rita just being like, "Oh God, I need it. I want it." Although technically she did steal one off the scalper, which I'm surprised they referenced from back in what, episode 3, episode 4,
Mhm. Yeah.
or something like
Mhm.
that, man.
Yeah, look, man, the fact that they're actually doing callback is crazy, right? To like there's a random one-off character that was a joke, about oh yeah, this guy was just scalping Mofin plush.
Yeah, yeah, and he's just like, oh yeah, by the way, we're gonna make this whole episode an advert for the Tiny Mofun piece. It's gonna be a plot device for like for Rita, who's prominent in this episode. I swear they're planning
Mhm.
this ahead of time, man. They plan all the ads ahead of time.
Yeah,
Granted, they put
yeah,
all the
yeah.
toys in there too. Like they did have the whole what do you call it? The King-Ohger, whole toy like spinning around when it first came out when they revealed it back in the day, when it was complete and everything.
Right.
So,
Mhm. Mhm.
not surprised. But yeah,
Right.
yeah, but you also have it so basically, Rita's like, I need it, and then Buzz like, but I can't take the one in the evidence locker because that's against the law, And so, being,
Yeah.
the good law-abiding citizen that she is, or they are, fuck, I don't remember anymore. But yeah,
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. It's
it's
fine.
fine.
Look, no one cares enough to correct us when we don't use the correct pronouns for Rita, but they care enough for me when I talk about the fucking flash spoiler. All right.
Yeah, they clearly care enough to go ahead and
That's
do
where they
that.
drew the line. Misgendering, I'm fine with it. But the flash spoiler, oh man, that's where I crossed the right. I'm fine with misgenderizing people and their pronouns. But the flash spoiler is where I draw the line.
Oh my god. Do you think, because honestly, I just kind of want to just like dunk on the person who was just complaining about it, but do you think we could just go ahead and put like the gif of like Ezra Miller putting the baby in the microwave into the video? Just like a split
Oh,
second or
I
something.
don't know, boy. I feel like this one of those this movie is so fucking. I might get hit. I mean, hey, I'll put a link to it in the description if anything,
No, no,
right?
like put it in the description, have it in the annotations pop up when the timestamp comes up, as well as just have the link flash like across the screen or something, just
Jesus Christ, that's like so much
put it in the
fun.
tags and everything. Just put it everywhere
Oh.
that you can in the comments
And
everywhere
now,
else.
hey, look, the title of this episode is Ezra Miller puts a baby in a microwave, all right? Right?
You know what? I'll take that too.
And once again, going back to what I was saying, how this is not a clickbait title, and the fact that the title was an actual sentence that I was said during the recording, right?
Yeah, yeah, so not entirely clickbaity because it
Not
actually does show
clickbait,
up.
never clickbait.
Yeah,
Yeah.
never clickbait. Yeah,
But
exactly.
hey, look, it's been 15 years since they let a small child. Boy, man, what the fuck is the boy? Hey, we were talking about the political structure system of the kingdoms and everything, and
Right.
man, the political kingdom of Terra, fucking insane.
I mean,
Right?
granted, their whole political structure was entirely ruined by like fucking the fury of the gods. So I guess it kind of tracks, right? So I mean, like,
Mm-hmm.
here's the thing though. Because the thing is, in terms of like putting children into places of political power, it's not exactly out of the norm.
I mean,
'Cause-
it's not out the door, but at least if we look at like our real world history, because they're definitely right, because they're drawing from
yeah,
British
from like real world
British
history.
monarchy,
I
right?
mean, it's
Or
not
at
just
least,
British monarchy. It's literally just like anywhere in Europe. Anywhere.
right, yeah, like European history, right?
Yeah.
Like, right, because at least like we do. There are historical cases of like where an actual child has been put through war, but they're really just there as a face, right?
Yeah, face or a
their
figurehead,
fucking
yeah.
uncle or whatever the fuck is like actually.
Yeah, like
Right.
there's always someone behind the scenes actually like pulling the strings of the child because legit child does not know what they're fucking doing, and so if you have an adult right behind it, and they just kind of rule in their stead as regent or something like that, or
Right.
if anything they rule as like a kind of in the shadows type of thing, while they have
Yeah.
like the child just basically be like a mouthpiece essentially.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
yeah, that's you know not exactly the case here because they
Yeah, but
legit
this one
just
they just straight up made a 10-year-old child the fucking judge, jury, and executioner of an entire country.
Yeah, they really just did that, which is kind of like fucking, mind-boggling. You think they would have at least somebody to, at least help Rita out with like ruling a kingdom, because putting a 10-year-old in that, like, here's the thing, because they do make the parallels with Himeno too, but Himeno at least had the support of like others with her, right? But Rita legit, like
Mm-hmm.
from what I've seen, had no one, like at all. And I'm just kind of like,
Right. Right. Because this also explains how the line of succession works, right, in this country, right?
yeah,
And once again, fucking insane how this fucking country operates, right? Because at least with the exception of Neopetopia, right? Because at least
right,
the other three countries are at least based on monarchy, or at least a bloodline of some sort of rulers, right?
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because you have Shugadam, which is most certainly bloodline. You have
Mm.
Himeno, who is also bloodline,
Yeah.
and I think you have Unkosopa. Like, basic. Well, for them, it's less bloodline, but more like they kind of like you had the
Oh
one
no, no,
guy.
bro. For Neopet, no. Neopet told me is literally whoever the fuck doesn't get assassinated is the leader, right? That's how Neopetopia works.
Is that how Neopetopia works?
Yeah, no, no. There was the episode with Yama. He explained it. He literally fought everyone to be the best.
Oh no, I mean, yeah, no, but that's how they like that's how they get over disagreements. It was never stated that like that's how they.
No, no, no. They stated that too. No, he stated it was in the same episode. He stated that's how he became the country's leader. I was the best. I was the number one hacker. You know.
Oh god,
It was me.
it's
I
been
was
a
the one.
right,
I
right.
was the one that met. It was boy. I want to say something that's still pretty relevant. I don't want to say it.
Well,
I was the one that posted national security on Discord. Right?
oh my
It's
god, is that still relevant? That was a little while ago.
all right. Yeah, no, I want to say something else, but I don't want to say that one.
Okay, what? Okay, hold on. So I'm gonna ask you to blurb out the next few seconds, but I actually do want to know what you're gonna say.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Hold on. Let me mark this out. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. What I really wanted to say was like, hey, I was the one that right. Man, that was a good joke that the audience is never gonna hear.
just blurb. It just cuts to me laughing. Like, don't
Yeah,
wonder.
hey, let's not talk about that. To keep the mystery of what we're talking about, because we're gonna be talking about anything right now, right?
Oh yeah, sure. We could be talking about
Yeah,
anything.
but
Yeah.
but we know from Neopetopia that it's based on at least their way of power is like, hey, whoever is the strongest in this country is the leader, right?
Right. And then and then in fucking
Tofu,
and Tofu, those
right?
literally just overthrew their previous king.
Yeah.
So, but like with Rita, they essentially
And
say,
this is a
well,
funny ass skip, man.
so
I can't take this skip seriously. Hold on.
you're
Hold
gonna
on.
get
No,
rid of it.
I can't delete the skip. This skip, I can't take. The
I actually had to
episode.
minimize Discord because otherwise I would have just kept watching it and laughing at that shit. But no, yeah. But Rita, it's kind of a mix of both because it's like oh yeah, bloodline, but also they're chosen as heir. Like they were chosen. Like it's never stated. Oh yeah, they could have like they were born, but they're not put into the position until they decided they're worthy of it. That kind of thing.
Right.
And so like also because I have to talk about this, but like the fact that Rita's mother put them into a position of power at such a young age and then decided to do what they did later on in the episode kind of fucking boggles my mind, in the fact that like you didn't even give her any kind of support system. You did, like, sure, you love your kid, but maybe don't leave them alone in charge of an entire country that's essentially rules over every single other
Right.
country in terms of law, dude. That's a lot to put on a kid, dude. That is a lot.
Yeah. No. Rita will grow up real quick, and get over it, right?
Also, here's my thing, right? Like, because the thing is, they make it a point. It's like, oh yeah, when Rita was like 10, like they were put into a position of power, and the first thing that they did was essentially put their own, like, this is the where I'm a little unclear because they never really stated, at least so far as I see, but their father?
I mean, is Rita related to the previous ruler? Right? 'Cause that was like,
No,
right?
no,
Because
like
we know that the previous ruler was right. The previous ruler and the supposed killer were married, right? But I thought Rita was just like some person they chose, right?
no, no,
Because the way that I assume
because they said
how
like
how
Rita said
how
that
this country.
that was their mother, right?
Oh, did they? Man, I missed that. Then oh
Hold
fuck.
on, because I
Okay.
had to go ahead and see because like the first thing she did like or Rita did was like Rita's like says Rita refers to them as like very impartially, but then again that's kind of their thing, right?
Oh yeah, because I'm looking at the Wikipedia. The Wikipedia just says Rita's predecessor. That's it, right?
I could have sworn it's
Yeah.
like I would have to actually like look through this.
Yeah, because I don't think in the show it ever stated that Rita is actually like bloodline related to Karas at any point, right? Because Karas's full name is Karas Delahan, Dehan, right?
Yeah, yeah. But like
Yeah, it.
God,
Hmm.
I'm just trying to look. Sorry, it's just I'm trying to figure out like if they ever state because I feel like that's what Rita said, you know. But otherwise, I'm not finding it right now because I would actually have to
Yeah.
legit rewatch the episode over again just to see. But I guess if anything, we can
Hmm.
confirm that in a later recording.
Yeah, sure, but yeah. Yeah,
But
yeah, hell yeah. The first thing a child do is to hey decide to, hey, do you want to put this person in jail or not? Right?
yeah, and of like the person who is like essentially from all other like because they had a severe lack of evidence beforehand into knowing what the fucking poison was. Uh, basically fucking put the Karas, right? Karas's husband,
Yeah.
like in
Hmm.
jail, which is kind of like a big fucking thing, considering and they said, oh yeah, we kind of had to hide this because this was a political black mark. And I'm like, Jesus, jeez, why is this so real? And you put a 5 year, oh, no, a 10-year-old in charge of this shit. What the fuck? That's kind of like, that's kind of fucking mind-boggling, dude. I just can't get over that.
Hmm. Right. Yeah. No, I just absolutely say that they put a 10-year-old in charge. Right.
Yeah, and it's like that was like their first case, and then um, apparently Rita every year goes over the case just trying to figure out if that was the truth or not, and it's just like,
Yeah. Hey, man. What a great job that they would revisit a case after it's been closed. Right?
yeah, right,
It really makes you think about a country that has a fair judicial system that operates. Right?
yeah,
What it would be like to live in a country like that.
yeah, but clearly you see that this is why we see this kind of thing in a fantasy show for kids, Austin, because this will never
Yeah, that's
happen in
right.
real
That's
life.
right.
Jeez.
And so we can't teach kids. We can't show kids the real judicial system. Right?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. We had to blind them with the fantasy of this show. Otherwise, they would be bogged down by the harsh reality of the world. It's kind
Hmm.
of Jesus. But yeah, I mean, like the thing is, after basically going over the case again, or at least doing a retrial, Rita starts thinking on like Himeno and like everything that Himeno has told them, and so because of that, Rita's like, this like the sovereign was killed 15 years ago, and so happened with the Fury of the Gods,
Yeah.
and
Hey,
Himeno's parents were killed
Himeno's
too.
parents was killed with a mysterious poison. My predecessor was killed with why did I never bother to connect this at any point within the last 15 years?
Yeah,
Really
yeah,
makes you think, right?
yeah, right. And then so of course Rita decides to essentially take all the evidence and then go over to Ishibana, and then so it's like, okay, time to figure this shit out like I'm supposed to,
Hmm.
and then they
Right.
basically go on forward. But then it's at this point we kind of start talking about basically Rita's backstory about like what it means to be like what it means to be a successor, or like they aren't aware of why they were like named the successor despite everything that's happened. It's like, well, I'm confused, but hey, let's just keep going forward. And then we also get like that hint of like I guess somebody, like, I have no idea how long this has been going on. Because the thing is, they get the two prisoners are basically just go like talking about like because
Oh no,
they're
I
made
just
to
think
like
it's funny
shovel
how they let
snow.
these two work in the fucking Arctic winter, right? And like nothing.
Yeah. Also, how are they not dead? Like how? Like honestly, because like from what I'm seeing, it's like sub-freezing temperatures or something like that, and they're just like hanging around and just basically just what do you call that? I mean, I don't know, just a long
Prison
ass shirt
suits, right?
or
Just like prison suits, right? Basically.
yeah, or something like that. No, yeah, I guess they were wearing pants too. I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention. But like, yeah, they were just basically like prison's clothes, like very like that just seems like just one sheet. They're not bundled up in clothing. They're just standing there in the middle of a freezing winter that's apparently eternal from what I've seen.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, what, what the fuck? But they also start talking about, I guess, because here's my thing, right? Because they start talking about snow elves, and it's very clearly like the monster of the week, right? But I'm like, how long has this been going on, and how has nobody figured anything out with this shit? Like, how long has this one, supposed snow elf has been digging the snow for all these years? How long? And nobody's ever bothered looking into it, man. Like, I need to know.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Also, boy, hey, I like how this person is trying to threaten fuck the assistant. Fuck, I don't know her fucking name. I feel like we should learn these retainers' name at some fucking point,
Look,
right? But we just
we're just color coding them at this point. That's the purple assistant, or just purple. Okay, but look,
right.
like
Yeah.
they don't matter. They don't matter right now. They're not the main characters. They're like this, like secondary. They're no, not even secondary. They're like tertiary characters or something, dude.
Oh, her name is Morphonia. What the fuck? What is her name?
So her name is Morphine.
Holy shit! This is such a fucking.
Oh, Morphone. Like, okay. So
Oh, like, what a fucking.
okay, you see, I stand by my.
I didn't know her name.
Look,
Holy shit.
I stand by my naming convention of just naming them by color at this point, dude. That's what I stand by right now.
Like the only one I'm actually bothering to remember is Sebastian, but only because his name is Sebastian. It's like it's like a generic butler name, right?
I mean, they acknowledge it too. They say, yeah, that's a generic butler name. We'll just go with that.
Yes. Yeah, so it makes it easy to remember some, but boy, it is such a fucking stupid ass fucking name. Holy shit. I can't get over this fucking name now. I don't know why this name is affecting me so much.
Just because you finally decided to pay attention to it and you're just finding out the ridiculousness of her name or something?
It's so fucking stupid. It's like making a movie based on Kraven the Hunter. Who the fuck cares about... Who the fuck wants to watch a movie about Kraven the Hunter, right? No one gives a fuck about Kraven the Hunter. The whole movie going on doesn't even know who the fuck Kraven the Hunter is. Right? Fuck.
I mean, except for hardcore Spider-Man fans, but come on.
Well, yeah, but no, yeah, but still, like, boy, hey, if we're gonna ask like the Spider-Man, hey, name Spider-Man's best villains, right? How far do you think they'll get before they actually name Kraven the Hunter, right?
Well,
do you think they'll put Kraven at top 5? I think Kraven is like probably like 7 on any Spider-Man list, right?
Right, because we have Rhino,
right, because obviously
Scorpion,
it's Green Goblin and Doc Ock, right,
Ock,
are like the top,
Green Goblin,
right? Venom, right, are probably the top
Venom.
3 Spider-Man, right?
Yeah.
And then everyone after that is irrelevant when it for like a Spider-Man villain person now, right?
Well, except for like the Vulture now, since he's kind of shown up. But
okay, yeah, but still, like Vulture is still like a B tier, right?
Yeah.
Right, like even I don't put Vulture as an A tier Spider-Man villain, right? Like if you're literally not named Doc Ock, Green Goblin, or Venom, you're literally just a B tier or C tier Spider-Man villain, right?
Damn.
That's how irrelevant you are,
That's kind of harsh. That's kind of harsh. I'm not gonna lie, man.
No one gives a fuck about the Rhino. Hey, do you know why he calls himself Do you know why he calls himself the Rhino?
Because he wears a giant rhino suit. That's kind of.
He turns into a rhino.
I mean, what about Okay, well, I mean, okay, so we said Doc Ock, we said Venom, we said Green Goblin.
Yeah.
What about
Oh,
Electro?
see,
What about Electro? What about Electro,
You're
huh?
struggling to name Spider-Man.
No. I'm getting there. Because there's Electro. There's a Scorpion.
Okay.
There's a
Oh,
Rhino.
I actually forgot about the Scorpion for a second. I was thinking of Sandman and Mysterio.
Actually,
Right?
oh no, yeah, there's Sandman, there's Mysterio. I actually forgot. There is Carnage. There is Carnage, dude.
I was like, is Carnage really a Spider-Man? Carnage is just like a character that exists, right?
What? Okay, come on. Carnage is like the more maniacal, insane Venom, dude. That's kind of his
Yeah,
thing.
but like no one gives a. It's like the same thing. No one gives a fuck about Carnage, right? When Venom exists, that's like giving up. That's like caring about Tim Drake, right? No one
Oh
cares
yeah,
about.
the Robin. You're talking about Robin for a second. Jesus, I just threw me for a fucking loop.
Yeah, right. It's like no one gives a fuck about Tim Drake, right?
I mean, okay, hold on. Now I'm thinking about all the Robins.
Oh.
Because okay, hold on. There's Dick. There's fuck, what was his name? Todd?
Pew 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 pew.
No, yeah, Red Hood. I know who we're talking about. I'm just trying to remember the character's name. Can you stop saying pew pew pew?
Jason Todd.
Jason Todd, right? Right. There's Dick Grayson, Jason Todd, Tim Drake. There's Damian Wayne, although he's a more current iteration. I forget her name. I think it was Cassandra.
Yeah, Cassandra.
Was there a Stephanie?
Yes, definitely Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I think that was all the Robins.
All right, let me tell you, hold on, real quick, before you get, let me tell you how fucking of a loser Tim Drake is, right? When he decides to become a solo superhero, right? He went like, oh, I am no longer going to be known as Robin. I'm going to be known as Red Robin. I was like, get the fuck out of here. That's so fucking lame. Well, at least fucking Dick Grayson went from Robin to Nightwing, Jason Todd went from Robin to Red Hood. Those are all sick. You went from Robin to Red. It's so fucking lame. You're just a derivative of yourself.
I mean, they're all well, except for Red Hood. Red Hood is basically a unique thing in and of itself, but they're all like Nightwing, Robin, still bird related, right? So,
Going from Robin to Red Robin is such a fucking lame. It's like such a lame character growth, right? Like Robin went from Robin to fucking to Nightwing, and Jason Todd went from Robin to Red Hood, right? Those are like actual, right?
Okay. Oh well. Okay. You know what? I'm not gonna argue it anymore. I think I've given it up on it. I'm not gonna argue this one.
Yeah.
I'll
Anyway,
concede.
like I said. Yeah, okay, hey, boy, hey, what the fuck were we talking? Boy, how the fuck did we get on this tangent about?
I
Man,
really
hey, look,
don't know,
like I
man.
said, hey, look, once again, we are the #1 tokusatsu podcast,
Dude,
right?
if we
Where we talk
are-
about anything related to special effects.
Dude,
Superhero or just special effects.
Okay.
Or just Western. Batman is just a Western tokusatsu character, right?
Sure. All right. Yeah. Sure. But I mean.
Anyway,
Anyway.
boy, man, we're only like 8 minutes into this fucking episode. It's the worst part.
Well, okay, yeah. Anyway, okay. Let's move forward. Let's move forward. So
Yeah.
basically, okay. So we're back in Kosopla, right? Or we're in
Yeah.
Neopetopia, essentially, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
And they're everyone is basically talking about the peace negotiations between the Bugnarok and Chugadam. And so, in the meantime, like you have Jeremy Barrymore talking to Gira and Yama, basically saying, "Hey man, this is going pretty well." Yeah.
Sounds pretty good, I trust him, and then Gira's like, I don't trust him. I don't trust that guy who tries to kill me, right?
Yeah.
That's like the #1 person I would never trust,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
A person who doesn't kill me, I trust. A person who does try to kill me, I don't trust that person,
Yeah.
They don't seem like a trustworthy type,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, so fair argument with Gira, but then you also get like
It is why Jesus and Judas are no longer best friends, right?
That's pretty much why. Yeah, okay. Glad to know. Glad that we got that out the way. Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. But Jerry Barry tells them about how they're having like their secret meetup plan and everything.
Yeah, and then basically it's like, hey, I trust
It's real
them,
funny how like they're actually just a fucking they're not even like a subplot this episode. Jeremy or Yama and Gira, they were really just in the background of this episode doing nothing.
Yeah, well,
Right?
for the most part, for a little bit, because they're basically just saying, I don't trust I don't trust King Rascal, and then Jeremy Burry was like, you know what, I don't care, I don't want this to go wrong, so if you get in my way, I'll fucking kill you, and then everyone's like, well, I'll fucking kill you back. It's like, all right, fine, and then you also get Yama basically bringing up like surveillance and then just showing Jeremy Bearimy basically like, hey man, I got your bug people here invading my kingdom. All right. Well, how are there any peace negotiations with this shit going on, huh? How would you tell me that? And then in the meantime, you also have like fucking Babowski just trying to figure out what fucking what Rascal's fucking angle is. And it's like, well, what? He's like, hey man, so what are they giving you? Are you giving them something in return? How is that going on? Will you tell me anything about it? Like, it's like, oh, what could be better than peace, says Rascal. And it's like, oh, yeah, peace. Yeah, I trust every single word that you say, Rascal, while, Babowski slyly looks towards the camera in disbelief.
Mm-hmm.
And then we
Right.
kind of cut back to, like, the main plot, right?
Yeah.
And this is basically just more of Rita talking to Himeno, saying, "Hey, I have this poison. Do you think you can get this examined for me? Because I'm pretty sure this is probably scorpion poison, like with
Yeah, hey, this is like
scorpion."
the same poison that kills your. Hey, do you still have the knife that? Do you still have the needle that was used to stab your parents to death? Right?
Yeah.
Hey, you want to cross-examine this? Right?
Yeah, and then Himeno's like, "Yeah, of course. I always have the needle. I have it right over, like, I have it in my bedroom, like, right on the counter over there, just to remind, like, every day, every morning." I wake up, look at it, and it's like, one day I'll get my revenge. And then she goes on for her regular everyday business.
She has the fucking needle that killed her parents like, on the nightstand.
Yeah, exactly. She just has it on a nightstand. She's like, every morning she wakes up, brushes her hair, looks at it, and it's like, one day. And then she goes on about her business. Every night she goes back, prepares for bed, looks at it, one day, and then she goes to sleep.
Tomorrow, right?
Yeah,
She's like, tomorrow.
tomorrow.
I'll figure it out tomorrow.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, she. I like how, like, the thing is, I know we're trying to make it so that she's always living for vengeance, but the fact that she looks at it every night and then she puts it off towards tomorrow just seems that she's just procrastinating on just trying to find justice for her parents or something like that. She's just like procrastinating. But yeah, that's basically what essentially happens. Like, well, not essentially, but Himeno is basically like, hey, why don't we trauma bond? And then fucking Rita's like, no. I will be impartial. I don't want a trauma bond. I don't want to be friends. Thank you very much. And then just walks off, right? And then in the meantime, after that's being examined, during you get like this whole thing with Stink Bug Man, where he's like, hey man, all right, keep digging that tunnel, keep doing it, guy. And then Jeremy Bearimy just kind of walks and is like, that's odd. What are you trying to do? And then Stink Bug is like, don't worry, it's a personal thing, and he kind of just walks off and like, all right, yeah, sure, yeah, we just let him walk off. Don't just leave it be, I guess, But then you also basically you get another retrial where Rita just basically brings, I guess his name is Shiron, right?
Yeah, Shion. Yeah, right.
Yeah, basically he brings Shiron or Shion, right? Ugh, sorry, I got like the burps. But
Okay,
yeah, okay, look, let's not mention the burps. Even though I already mentioned it. But yeah, Shion comes in and then they're just trying to re-testify everything. But then they get Himeno coming in and basically saying, hey man, this poison is the same poison as it was with God Scorpion, right? So, do you know who was responsible for this? Will you tell us? Huh? Let me know. I want vengeance for my parents here. Come on, tell me. And then at this point, I guess, Rita's like, okay, look, we know there's more to this shit. Better tell me what the fuck is going on right now.
That's right. Yeah. Hey. Do you want to tell the truth now? After 15 years, after you spent the last 15 years in jail, right? Right. You want to tell what's the deal is, right?
Yeah, and then we get a quick like action cutscene where like basically Yanma and Gira are just basically fighting off like.
Oh yeah, no, like I said, they're really just in the background of this
Yeah,
episode.
because like
They're really irrelevant.
they're like just there for like 30 seconds. They don't become relevant. It's just like set up for like what's going to happen in the next episode, and then we cut back to like the fucking trial, and then basically Shion is just basically saying, oh yeah, so just to let you know, the real reason what happened was that apparently Karas, the previous ruler, found out of something, that there was a crime that the law couldn't.
Yeah, there's a big conspiracy happening, right?
Yeah, like a big ass fucking conspiracy. Like, well, we can't exactly put this on trial because apparently we have no law to really dictate this trial with. So we're gonna go ahead.
Even though we're the country in charge of fucking laws and everything, we don't have a law for this for some reason, right? Damn, if only we could pass an amendment that allow us, right? If only we could have fuck, what was it called? If only there were lobbyists in this country, that can help us,
oh
right?
my god. Yeah, sure. Let's bring in the lobbyists.
Hey, man, do you think there was a poison? There was a poison control lobbyist. I said, hey, don't investigate the poison. The founding fathers wanted us to have poison.
The
right?
founding. Oh, I thought you were gonna say the founding fathers of poison wouldn't want you to get this poison under classification. No.
Look, the founding fathers said everyone should have access to poison. Right? whether it's legally, illegally, 3D printed. Right?
3D
Ghost
printed
poison. Right? You can do whatever you want with poison in this country. That is what the founding fathers did. Every time there's a tragedy, we'll deal with it next time because we can't talk about the poison debate right now, right? Now is not the time to talk about the poison debate,
Jeez. Yeah, exactly. And so the poison debate, Jesus. Anyway, but basically, he's like, oh yeah, so we're gonna tell you the truth, but only when you figured out that there was, like, this poison was the poison from the scorpion god. So
yeah, I don't know how the fuck you were like a man. Man, you're relying on you're relying on this real fucking hard for a 10-year-old child to figure out within the next 15 years, right?
Yeah, and also like a 10-year-old who basically, while they already air, way too young to rule a country, and then basically.
Yeah. Also, apparently, he just had this fucking note on him for the last 10 years, and no one.
You think prisoners wouldn't be allowed personal?
This?
Yeah, you think prisoners wouldn't be allowed like personal effects or something, right?
Right, like he could have had poison in there and killed himself, right? But then they'll cause a big conspiracy saying that Shion didn't kill himself, right? Everyone will go on what's the name of this country? We'll go on GoCon News and we'll go on GoCon News, and don't say that Shion didn't kill himself, right?
Yeah, and it's kind of like it's kind of like a big like a very big oversight. Like, good lord, dude.
Yeah, the fucking for the note, like he could have had classified documents in that little note.
Well, actually,
right?
that would be considered a classified document, wouldn't it? Technically,
you're right.
He just kind of had it while he was in prison, and nobody bothered like even figuring it out. Like,
yeah, no one bothered. Like, yeah, no one ever just took it. They just let it.
They didn't even give it like have a personal search. Like, okay, here's the thing, right? Because at some point they had to have like given him that those prisoners' robes or clothes, right? So I'm like,
yeah.
Did nobody like bother like taking his like someone took his personal effects, right? They didn't make sure that they took everything from him or something. Like, how? Why? Come on. Let me know. Why is there such an oversight in a country that's like such a big thing on law, and making sure everything's in the book?
Oh man, hey, look, maybe they're like, oh yeah, look, maybe they're giving special privilege, because she always was part of the party, right? Like, oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh god, this is becoming more real than I thought it would.
I don't know what you're talking about, William. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, sure. But, once they figure that out, it's like, oh yeah, so there's a big conspiracy. Karas is still alive, guarding the prisoner that, we can't exactly try. So, they're out there somewhere, just to let you know. And I guess Shion is just like, well, I'm gonna go find them now. After.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Man. Man. Instead of me spending the last 15 years of my life doing this, it's a good thing I waited till now, right? Fucking this is plan makes no fucking sense, right? If he knew that the queen, I mean not the queen, the previous ruler, right, faked her death, right, to uncover some big conspiracy, you'd be like, man, you think you should join her on this big conspiracy hunt, right? Instead of wasting 15 years in a fucking jail cell, right?
Yeah, and I mean,
His
God.
plan makes no fucking sense.
Yeah, I don't know. Like the thing is,
so fucking stupid.
I don't. It's just so weird.
Right, was Rita supposed to learn a big lesson? Like, oh yeah, hey, go learn to identify poison, right? Good, hey, here you go, 15. I'm gonna give you this bottle of poison. You figure out what to do with it,
Like my thing is just like, why don't you just have Shion like just basically like I don't know, because the thing is, like, have it so that she mysteriously disappears, but you can go ahead and hide it, I guess, or just say that she was killed, and then basically have it so that he's there to go ahead and help like Rita out, at least like while she's like learning the ropes, and by the time that you learn that she's ready to like govern alone, which she's reasonably done so far, I guess. When she's of age, then you could have just gone off on your quest and be like, all right, I know I can leave it in your hands now or something. But it's just like,
right?
It's so mind-boggling that you would just leave it. Like, sure, I get the point that they're trying to say, right? But that, like,
use your head, think about it,
Yeah, it's like,
right.
she might be scared and she might be uncertain at times, but at the end,
when she's a fucking 10, you're like a 10-year-old child to decide what to do with people's fucking fate, right?
Yeah.
I would never trust a 10-year-old child to make any decision for themselves, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, 10-year-olds don't know shit. Like, sure, you can have smart 10-year-olds, don't get me wrong. But just because they might be intelligent doesn't mean they're going to be smart in the ways of the world and have to figure out how to deal with social situations, whatever else.
Go find your nieces or nephew, right, and give them like, hey, these are the nuclear code. What country are you gonna give it to? These are America's unclassified nuclear document plans.
Jeez.
Here you go.
Oh, no, it's literally the equivalent of like basically let's say I have a kid, right? I'm just say, all right, okay, I go to my brother, right? And I say, okay, I'm gonna go fake my death. I need you to basically say you killed me, okay, and go to jail for the rest of your life until my kid figures out how to basically independently live on their own for the next 10 years
until my kid
or 15
reads a murder mystery book and thinks, wait a minute, I've heard about this before, right? Oh, this seems very familiar. I wonder if it's like what happened,
Yeah, and then once they read a particular passage in the mystery book, and then related to my fake death, then they can go then you can get out of jail, find me, so you can bring me back, and then we can, I don't know, say congrats, you're a grown up now or something, That's just kind of how it feels to me. Like, I get what they're trying to go for in terms of a lesson, basically saying, don't let uncertainty hold you back, because believe in yourself and you'll be able to do fine. Yeah, sure, that's whatever, right? I get it. But like, it's done in the most roundabout or like most confusing way to me possible.
Yeah,
I'm just
it's so bad. I don't like this guy's plan whatsoever.
Yeah, I don't like the plan that they had at all. And then, I guess, once they say their goodbyes, I guess, they try to attempt to assassinate Shion because they don't want whatever's happened to come out. Yeah. Because at this point, it's become clear that it's related to the
They waited until now to assassinate him. Not when it was. If only there was like a place he was at for the last 50 years, in a space where he couldn't escape or move from, that would have been way easier to assassinate him.
And, right? I mean, it's not like they should know where like the prison is, if anything, because for one, they've invaded that place before. They have subterranean tunnels in there. They've been digging there for like years now, and at this point, I'm like, it's probably not hard to like at least like. Because the thing is, everybody's seen, like, the Bugnarok digging there, or even though they didn't know it was Bugnarok. And so I'm like, why don't you just follow the guards, bringing the prisoners back to wherever they are, And even if you don't know their exact location, you can at least approximate where it is, dig your way there, and then perform the assassination then. You know? Like,
Right,
would
yeah.
have been a lot simpler, I'm not gonna lie. But,
Mhm.
you know, in the attempted assassination, you get, like, basically Rita, being all like, okay, I'm gonna have to go ahead and thwart this attempted assassination. I will say though, during this whole fight scene, we got some pretty good fucking music that's playing during the fight. You know, like I don't think we've heard this
Yeah.
before. I'm just assuming this is gonna be Rita's theme, and it's pretty fucking
Yeah.
badass. I'm not gonna lie, but.
Yeah.
You know, they thwart the assassination attempt. You
Yeah,
know,
hey, Treasure Knight, here's the cicada bug. It looks cool. He just gets like a giant claw, like two. He's like two big blades, and that's about it. I still think the chainsaw arms are way fucking cooler for him, right? At these.
yeah. I mean, the chainsaw, fucking badass as shit, dude. Like the cicada is fine, you know. Like I don't hate it, but you can't beat a chainsaw, dude. You really can't.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you know,
Yeah, but then Jeremy Bearimy comes in to save the day and everything, right?
yeah, he comes in to save the day because you know we kind of have to have like that the big
Yeah, we gotta
one-on-one
show his
battle.
cool Megazord, right? Yeah, really disappointed by how he was utilized in this episode. I thought we were like in like this weird because at least like the other two episode, or at least the other two characters focus episode, right? They've been focused on him interacting with all the leaders, right? For them
Yeah.
like, hey, telling them like, hey, maybe the history isn't correct, Maybe let me shed some light about the dark secrets of your country's
Yeah,
history.
like the one.
Really, this way he didn't play some type of role in this
Yeah, he's not even
right. I'm not
involved.
trying to say he should be like the connecting threads for all the leaders, obviously, right?
Well, yeah,
You
but the
know.
thing is, he's getting to know each and every one of them, and he's learning all of their strengths and weaknesses, and basically seeing what makes them worthy of being either a king or queen of their country, you know. And so like he starts off real good with Himeno. Like Himeno, him and Himeno is like a very strong episode, but in here it's just kind of like he's kind of irrelevant and just there. I know they're doing this whole thing where he's trying to do the peace negotiations, so he's there because he's like stink bug guy. But like I feel
Yeah.
like he really should have been a lot more involved in some way, shape, or form. Like maybe he's somewhat like as much as he was like napping those 15 years, you know, he could have like gotten to know more of Rita, and then more like, especially because he could have just been hanging out with Himeno, like maybe just like trying to get to know her better, like apologize for how he's done before or whatever. That would have at least had him have a stronger involvement in this episode, and then that way him just coming out of nowhere wouldn't have been like, well, he would have been there, would have been involved, and it wouldn't have been felt like such a weak excuse for him to just come in and just like basically have that big one-on-one fight with that bug in the end,
Yeah.
But I mean, I
Right.
guess everything is kind of resolved. We get like
Yeah. Hey, look. Here's your stupid Mofuns, right? Hey, get your stupid Mofun toys on premium Bandai and everything,
Yeah, and then but I mean, Himeno and Rita just have that kind of like,
Oh yeah, look.
bonding sort of happening at the moment, as
Mhm.
little as it was. Because I mean, again, like it's not a whole lot that we're getting with these two, but like it's fine, I guess. And but so
Right.
she gives the mofun to Rita. Rita's like thank you, and then that's kind of that for them for this episode, and then we kind of cut back to Yama and Neopetopia. And in the middle of their fight, Rascal, being the dickhead he is, uh, sends in a drone to go ahead and talk to Yanma. And then I guess it's become clear at this point, Rascal and uh, Death Narok have come to some form of terms where he's like, I'm gonna use the Bug Narok for my own gain, so I can basically, continue being a dickhead and then rule over all the other countries. And I'm like, fucking course, Rascal. What the fuck is
Yeah.
wrong with you? Like, what the hell
Yeah.
is going on in your head, dude? Like, I hate this man so much. I wish he would just like die or something, dude. I hate him.
Is he Jeffrey level for you yet?
No,
Is that what
here's the thing, because they had that episode where like he attempted to or like he had Gira fall off the cliff, right? And it's like, oh man, he didn't hit any of my vital parts or something like that for some fucking reason, right? So I don't know like if they're trying to hint at him like having some ulterior motive. like it's clear he has ulterior motives, but it's also kind of hinting like, is he trying to do something with Gira here? Like,
Right.
like because he's his brother, or he's trying to be, he's doing good in secret, but doing all these bad things, like the road to hell is paved with good intentions, kind of thing. But no, he comes back in here and just starts like, I'm gonna join an alliance with like the Bugnarok and then use it to subjugate all other kingdoms, starting with Neopetopia. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? What the hell? Like, I hate this man so much. I hate him. I fucking like. Don't get me wrong. Love the actor, right? I love everything they're doing with the show. But the character, oh my fucking god! I wish he would just fucking die in the hole or something, dude. Oh, fuck.
Look! It was Rascal. It was Rascal all along. He was the one.
He was the one who put the baby in the microwave.
Jesus Christ. All right, and that's how we're gonna do this. I guess we can end it on that right now.
I guess.
All right, hey man, look, this episode took way longer than it needed to record. Did it help that we stopped like at 3 different points to talk about things that weren't related to Super Sentai?
Look, just as he said,
Super Sentai podcast,
Yeah, exactly,
right?
Exactly. We're tokusatsu. We're not Super Sentai. We're not Kamen Rider. We're tokusatsu, which is special effects.
And Western superhero media is just straight up tokusatsu, right?
Exactly.
Hey, look. And you can complain about it if you think that is a statement I just said, right?
I can't wait to see. Look, if there is an angry comment at some point, please screenshot it for me. I want to immortalize it.
I'll do that. But yeah. All right, hey. By the way, hey, in the Flash, Barry and Iris have no fucking chemistry whatsoever. Holy shit, it is really fucking bad.
Really?
Yeah, the actress is doing her best, but Ezra Miller is such an unhinged, unlikable character. Holy fuck, it does not work. Because you know how Iris and
no,
Barry
yeah, because I saw how I mean, they're like the main couple in like the Flash, at least in Barry Allen's Flash, right? But like the thing is, like, at least from what I was seeing in like Zack Snyder's version, like it felt like, this is a good start, but you're telling me really there's like
so fucking bad. Holy shit.
Is it really?
It was that good. Hey, look, I know you're saying you're not gonna go watch the Flash, right? But hey, at least when it comes out, you should stream it, right? Go on your HBO Max account, right?
Yeah.
And watch it.
Yeah, I think I will go ahead and do that.
The HBO Max that you paid for, right?
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
that you owe.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I kind of have to now, considering how much you just talk about this, man. I kind of feel like I need to know how this goes.
I'm amazed by how much I could talk about The Flash being such a fucking bad, insane movie, right?
Yeah.
It's absolutely crazy how insane this movie. Like I said, I still can't get over how they fucking got rid of Ben Affleck's Batman.
Yeah, he just literally just drives, right? That's like literally.
He literally drives off, and it's so fucking funny. Funniest thing ever. Like, I thought I think like they were saying it as a big joke that he was gonna come back, but he comes back as George Clooney, right?
God, really? Well, whatever, man.
Yeah.
I'll see it when I see it, and we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, we'll see what it is. All right, that's this week's episode. Boy, hey, look, that's not a Flash. Like, hey, we'll see that for a Flash focus, spoiler clash, the Flash cast, right?
No, please never call us this again.
Hey, stay tuned next week for the debut of our new Flash-focused podcast series, the Flashcast, right?
I fucking refuse. Good lord. I'm not going to be in it, I'll tell you that much.
That's this week's episode of Core vs. Something. Okay, thanks, bye.